accept my humble obeisances. This is Bhagavati Vasudha Devidasi from Mangalore, India. Please forgive me for stopping all of you from ecstatic chanting. Now, let us move on to the next part of the session. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name given by Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Now let us move on to the next part of the session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam class. I wish all of you a happy Gaur Purnima and we will go on to welcome. May I know who all are joining the call? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago, and happy Purnima to happy Gaur Purnima to you and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Yashamati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the wishes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Vasudha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Vijay, Vrinda, happy Gaur Purnima to all Vaishnava and you, beta.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, Mataji. Happy Gaur Purnima to everyone, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Thank you and wish you the same, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India. Happy Gaur Purnima to all of you, Mataji. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. And thank you so much for your wishes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, your Goish Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna. Happy Gaur Purnima to everyone.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Thank you, Mataji, for your heartfelt wishes. Hare Krishna. Okay, I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are really fortunate to have His Grace Samarpan Gopa Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Lord Gauranga's appearance day. So before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Mataji for the brief introduction.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Here is a brief introduction about today's speaker, His Grace Samarpan Gopadas Prabhu. His Grace Samarpan Gopa Prabhu, formerly known as Sumit Kelkar, hails from a traditional Maharashtrian Brahmin family in Nasik. And academically, Prabhuji accomplished individual. He pursued his BE in mechanical engineering from PBG's College of Engineering and Technology, Pune. Prabhuji has graduated in 2005 as one of the top three rankers of his batch. He began his professional journey in the field of engineering, working for 2 years at, at Nailsoft Private Limited, Pune. Prabhuji focused on CAD and CFD domains. To further specialize, he completed his MTech degree in thermal engineering from NITK Surathkal in 2009, where he was awarded the gold medal for academic excellence. His MTech project was completed at the prestigious Indian Institute of Science IISc Bangalore in the airspace department, and he was also selected as a GE Foundation and scholar. Professionally, he worked at FMC Technologies, Hyderabad, and later at Romax Technology, Pune, contributing in the field of CAD and mechanical engineering for about 2 years. Despite a promising career in engineering, he chooses to dedicate his life in the spiritual upliftment of the society. Since 2011, he has been serving as a full-time brahmachari at ISKCON NBCC Pune, applying and sharing the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhuji has completed a 2 year residential Bhakti Vedanta Vidyapitha course from 2015 to 2017 at Govardhan Eco Village, GB, which included an in-depth study of Bhakti Vaibhava under the guidance of His Grace Radhisyam Prabhu. Prabhuji visited prestigious institutions like IIT Madras, SRM Chennai, SCOE, COEP, and SAE, where he guided students by imparting principles of the Bhagavad Gita and Vedic wisdom. Additionally, he rendered dedicated service for 3 years in the traveling Sankirtana bus party, distributing Srila Prabhupada's books in the villages of Maharashtra, helping spread spiritual knowledge. Hari Bol to Prabhuji's all wonderful services. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving the opportunity. Hari Bol, over to you, Mataji. Hari Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that brief introduction. I'm Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association in this Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, we are really fortunate to have your association and to hear from you on the topic of Lord Gauranga's appearance day. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So my obeisances to all of you. Vancha kalpatarubhaishi kadasannubhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo. So Hare Krishna, I hope I am audible to all of you, clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, good.
Clear.
So I was just curious to know whether you have Gaur Purnima today or tomorrow, or yes.
In India, it is today.
Oh, it is today only. Oh, great. So
No,
here,
Prabhuji, in US, we have 2 days again. One part of US had yesterday and one part is celebrating today. So,
oh,
yeah.
amazing. So already someone did yesterday.
Yes, Prabhuji, we finished it yesterday. I mean, I celebrated yesterday.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So in India also we have today. So it's a great fortune. Of course, not qualified to speak, but still it's a great fortune to think and try to attempt to glorify Lord Chaitanya on his appearance day. So I'm extremely grateful to each one of you. And please, I just morning went to hear from my Guru Maharaj in Chowpatty, and it was wonderful
Right.
lecture. Some of you might have heard also. So just now live lecture. I just reached now. So we'll begin with Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्विजांश नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्वसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। गं करोति वाचालं मङ्गं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमां वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। अस्मादहं विगतभिः क्लवैश्वरस्य सर्वात्मनां हि गृणामि यथा मनीषं निचोजयो गुणविसर्ग अनप्रविष्ट भूयेत हि पुमाननुवर्णितेन। कथञ्चन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् स्मृते विपरीतं स्यात् तं श्रीचैतन्यं नमामि तम्। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for this most auspicious appearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are instructed or asked to speak about some glories of Lord Chaitanya because of the occasion. So since I recited that verse, so that verse I would like to tell the meaning of that verse because it's very relevant for me. Kathanchan smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet. So a very difficult thing can become very simple if we remember Lord Chaitanya. And vismrite viparitam syat tam chaitanyam namam. Shri chaitanyam namam. If we forget him, then the simplest of the simple thing becomes difficult. So it's quite difficult to speak on the glory of Lord Chaitanya in terms of my qualification. But his remembrance is my hope, and his inspiration is the hope. I am trying to share something. I am not well prepared, so please forgive me for that. I was just traveling, and of course, I heard lecture and discussed it. So some thoughts I will try to share, and I hope it will be helpful to some of you, many of you, or some of you. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called as by Rupa Goswami in Prayagraj. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namini Gauratvishe Namaha. So he is most magnanimous. So Vadanya itself is magnanimous, and Mahavadanyaya is extremely magnanimous. So Mahavadanya, why he is Mahavadanya? Because he is Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is trying to bestow Krishna Prema to anyone and everyone without any discrimination. Caste, creed, birth, even species. He's just giving, just like a drunkard doesn't know what he is doing. So he is drunk in love of Krishna. So he doesn't much worry about what is the qualification and what is the background, but he is more eager to distribute it. That's why he's called Mahavadanya, because he's avoiding Krishna prema, and that too Vraja Krishna, Vraja Bhakti. That is even more rare. More rarer than that is Unnata Ujjvala Ras. So that's why Rupa Goswami is appreciating him to be Mahavadanya, Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is not just giving it, it is Prakrishta Rupena Pradayate. He is intently giving, eager to give. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. He is Krishna only, but is of course is in the bhava of Srimati Radharani. That's why Krishna has lot of conditions and terms and conditions to give mercy. But Srimati Radharani is very compassionate, motherly, right? So that is the speciality of Lord Chaitanya. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. His name is Krishna Chaitanya. Namine Gauratvishena. And his complexion is Gaura. So like that he is offering his obeisances. So this Mahavadanyaya is the great hope for all of us. So Srila Kaviraj Goswami, I am just showing one verse, who is worthy of surrender. Right? So it's a very beautiful verse which is there. Bhakta Vatsala Kritadnya Samartha Vadanya Ena Krishna Chadi Pandit Nahi Bhaje Anya. So who is a person who is worthy of surrender? He has these four qualities. Bhakta Vatsala, Krishna. Why Panditas surrender to Krishna? A learned man does not give up Krishna to worship anyone else. Why? Because Krishna has these qualities. He is Bhakta Vatsala. He is very kind to his devotees. So when there is a Vatsalya, then there is forgiveness, which is more than normal forgiveness. Right? Vatsalta, like parents, and there is some kind of favor which is done towards devotees. It is not Gyani Vatsal or Yogi Vatsal, etc. Bhakta Vatsal. That is the first speciality of Krishna. Then not only is Bhakta Vatsal, he is Kritadnya. Kritadnya means he is grateful. The small little service you do, he will remember for rest of eternity. And gratefulness is not just saying thank you, but actually feeling and wanting to reciprocate that act of welfare or help which is done. It is called Kritadnya. So that is supremely grateful quality of Krishna. And there are person may have many qualities like this, but Krishna is also capable of doing anything and everything. Samartha. Samartha is full of all abilities. He can do anything. And more than that, he is Vadanya, he is magnanimous. So these four qualities make Krishna worthy of surrender. Having said that, now, like the next verse also says something similar. Rather, no? Ka panditastva param sharanam samiya bhakta priyadrita girah surdha kritadnya sarvan dadati surdo bhajato abhikshnam. Sorry, abhikman. Atmanamapi upachaya pachayau na yasya. This is very beautiful verse. It is this prayer of, I believe it is prayer of Akrura, if I am not wrong. 48. Krishna goes to house of Akrura, I think. My dear Lord, you are very affectionate to your devotees. You are also truthful and a grateful friend. Where is that learned man who would give you up and surrender to someone else? You fulfill all the desire of your devotees. So much so that sometimes you even give yourself to them. Still, you neither increase or decrease by such activity. So, who will surrender to anyone other than him? Like that, he's making a point. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after Krishna is coming like this, after Krishna came, appeared, not many people took up to Krishna consciousness, took up to bhakti, took up to Sarva Dharman Parityajya, which he instructed very openly in Bhagavad Gita. That's why he went back and thought. Kaviraj Goswami elaborately says that, which you must have heard. And then Lord Chaitanya manifests. Then he decides to come. For what? Premarasa niryasa kurite aswadan ragamarga bhakti loke kare pracharan. So he came that now when I went as Krishna, I did the most attractive, most loving pastimes with my associates. But not many people took it. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for what? Same thing, but in a form of a devotee. So that's his, and he awarded something which no one has done. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirana kalam. So it was for a long time it was not awarded, which he came. What is that? Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirana kalam. Samarpayitum. Samarpayitum means he is completely giving without any discrimination. Unnata Ujjvala Rasa means the highest love of the gopis. Unnata Ujjval Ras is Madhurya Ras, and Unnat Madhurya Ras means the Mahabhav. So Radharani is himself can give that. So that he has come to give. So it is extremely rare. Unnata Unvajala Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundara Diti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratova Sachinandana. So let me always remember that Sachinandan and let him remain in the core of recesses of my hearts. Because he is like a lion. When he goes into cave of my heart, the Kandare, Spurato means let him manifest in remembrance. Then he will make all the fine impurities go away. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu depicted the purity which he wanted when he showed the pastime of Gundicha Marjan. Right? So how Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Sudarshan will come when very refined cleaning is done, isn't it? First level cleaning, second level, then small things, right? So that kind of cleaning will be done by Lord when we worship, when we remember Lord Chaitanya, hear his pastimes, etc. So that is the magnanimity of Lord Chaitanya. And he has come to give. However, how he is giving, what is method of his giving? So Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that. I don't know if any one of you can project the song, which is this song. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jive Daya Kori Swaparshad Swiyadhama Saha Avatari. Atyanta Durlabha Prem Kori Baredan. So if anyone can share, it will be nice if you can share. I tried to quickly get it, but I could not. So अत्यंत दुर्लभ प्रेम कोरि बारे दान सिखाए शरणागति भक्तेरपा दैन्य आत्मनिवेदन गुप्तृत्वे वर्ण and ahead it is very wonderful song. Yeah, I think link has shared. Let me. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I'm just sharing the screen. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yes. So this is Sharanagati, the set of songs which are written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is one of the prominent followers of Lord Chaitanya, and he is the one who has established his movement very much. He revived it after some kind of gap. And he is teaching, he wrote so many songs. So this is a brilliant song. He is saying, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori Swaparshada Sviya Dhama Saha Avatar. So for the purpose of bestowing compassion on all the jivas, he appeared. And how did he appear? He came along with his Parshadas. So many Ramanand Rai, Damodar, 6 Goswamis, Nityanand Prabhu, everyone. And not only that, Sviya Dham, so Mayapur, Shidham Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, along with them he appeared. Okay, what kind of compassion he is going to do? He is going to bestow the highest, rarest love, which we just now discussed. Atyanta Durlabh is not just Durlabh, it is Atyanta Durlabh, Prem. He wants to give as charity the most rarest of the love of the Vraj Gopis and Vrajvasis. And he wants to give as dhan, right? He wants to give charity of that. But what is the next line? He's saying, but he's teaching Sharanagati, Sikhai Sharanagati Bhakatera Pran. So he has appeared to give charity of Prema Bhakti. At the same time, he has come to teach Sharanagati, which is a means to attain that Prema. And that Sharanagati is the prana of his devotees, his life and soul of his devotees. All surrendered souls are his great Parshadas, Swaparshad, right? And all the Parshadas and the Parampara, our all Guru Parampara, are all these Sharanagat Bhaktas. So through them, by surrendering to them, there is the process to approach Atyanta Durlabha Prem. That's what he is saying actually. So coincidentally, we are discussing 8th canto only, right? 8th canto is still going on, isn't it? So 8th canto is teaching us Sharanagati only. So there is varieties of Sharanagatis. Yes, many times I mentioned in classes that are 4 kinds of people who surrender to Krishna. Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasu and Jnani. So Artha is depicted as Gajendra. Artharthi are the Devatas in Samudra Manthan. The Jnani is the 24th chapter, last 8, that is Satyavrat Muni. He is approaching Lord for spiritual enlightenment. And Jigyasu is Lord Shiva, who is curious to see the Mohini Murti. And of course, he surrenders. But the pure Sharanagati is depicted in the biggest episode which we are discussing, that is Bali Maharaj. So this principle of Sharanagati is extremely important because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to teach that. So we are supposed to learn that principle. So what are essential aspects of Sharanagati? These 6 aspects are there, which are told. Dainya Atma Nivedana Goptrutve Varana Avashya Rakshive Krishna Vishwasa Palan. So there is Shadanga Sharanagati. You can see ahead it is there. Bhakti Anukula Matra Karyera Svikar Bhakti Pratikula Bhava Varjanangikar. Shadanga Sharanagati Hoive Jaha Ahara Prarthana Shune Shri Nanda Kumar. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, whose prayers Lord Krishna, who is Nanda Nandan, who hears, is one who is practicing the 6-limbed Sharanagati. And what are those? They are enlisted here, which are same as what Prabhupada tells in the 18.66 purport. So very important to understand. So that is what the 6 aspects are there. So 2 aspects are here, Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjana. And other 4 aspects are here. Like, Avashya Rakshive Krishna is the protection aspect, and maintenance, Palan is that Vishwas, and Palan is that maintenance. Krishna is my maintenance. Rather, above Goptutva Varan is that. And Dainya and Atmanivedana are last 2, like that. And then he says, Rupa Sanatana Pade Dante Trina Kori Bhakati Vinoda Padetu Upada Dhori. So he is surrendering to Rup Sanatan. Kandiya Kandiya bole Ami to Adham Sikhaye Sharanagati Kore to he Uttam. So he is praying to Lord that I am very fallen. I am crying and expressing myself that this is my reality. I am very fallen. But you teach me Sharanagati and make me Uttam. So that's the process actually of Sharanagati. So this process of Sharanagati is what Lord Chaitanya came to teach. And that Sharanagati is extremely essential to understand and practice and experience. So Srila Prabhupada in the Bhagavad Gita purport, he writes those principles in this 18.66 itself. I hope you are able to see. The process of surrender to Krishna is described in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So he writes very beautifully here. So according to the devotional process, one should simply accept religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of Lord. So this is Anukulyasya Sankalpa. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in social order. But if by executing his duty, one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. So this is all about Anukulyasya Sankalpa. Accepting favorable occupation, accepting favorable association, etc. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. This is Pratikulyasya Varjana. One should be confident that in all circumstances, Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. This is Avashya Rakshive Krishna or Rakshishyati iti Vishwas. Having complete confidence that Krishna will protect me in all difficulties. So this appears to be like Artha, but it is not Artha category. Right? This Vishwas is there by hearing the reciprocation of Krishna. Higher than this is the next one, Goptrutve Varnam Tatra. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. So this is Goptrutve Varnam. Krishna is my maintainer. Like all of us know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu went to house of Shiva's Thakur. And Shiva's Thakur's family, I think 4 brothers' family, right? How do they maintain themselves? By doing Sankirtan, that's all. Only they would engage in Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu asked, you have so much big family, Narayan is there, what you do? So he says, I just clap 3 times until the time it doesn't come, then I fast. Like that. So that kind of confidence Shiva's Thakur had. Then Lord Chaitanya, what he said to him, my dear Shiva's Thakur, even Lakshmi ji becomes, completely lost. But your house will never become bereft of any needs. Because I myself and Nityanand Prabhu are like your sons. So that is Lord Chaitanya, which is beyond. Like Krishna also tells, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Pari Upasate Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamya. So to the degree one understands this principle of Krishna being the maintainer, Lord Chaitanya being the maintainer, to that degree one can become Krishna conscious. And this happens to the degree we try to surrender, try to refine our surrender, try to purify, try to refine, and try to deepen our surrender. Well, that's what Mahaprabhu has come for. And the essence of Sharanagati is this principle. It's like a trunk of Sharanagati tree. Right? So trunk is there and there are branches, right? So all the nourishment which is coming from the root of Krishna goes to the trunk, and from trunk it goes to the branches. So Srila Jiva Goswami says that the Goptrutve Varnam, the true feeling of Krishna being maintainer, is the trunk of Sharanagati. And all others, like Goptrutve Varna, Rakshisasyati Vishwaso, or Dainya, or Atma Nivedan, or Anukulyasya Sankalpa Pratikulyasya Vajana. All these five are branches of this trunk of Sharanagati Om, trunk of Goptrutve Varna. Krishna is my mentor. Yoga Kshemam Ahamyam. That Krishna will carry what I have and he will give what I lack. Right? So this kind of feeling, this kind of confidence, this kind of strong faith, this kind of conviction is the foundation of practice of Krishna consciousness. And how it can come? To the degree we practice Sharanagati, to the degree we practice pure devotional service. So pure devotional service, that is Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasat. So the Sharanagati and Shuddha Shraddha are synonymous. One who receives pure faith, he surrenders. Within faith, pure faith is within and Sharanagati is without. So that's why that is essential. So this is the fifth one. And then one should always think himself helpless and should consider Krishna is the only basis of progress of his life. This is Atmanikshepa. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, at once becomes freed from all contamination of material nature. And that is the effect of Sharanagati actually ahead. So this Sharanagati is very, very essential, for which Lord Chaitanya has come to teach us. So this Sharanagati is what he wants. When he is magnanimous, when we are trying to offer our devotional service in form of Navvidha Bhakti, what is important in that Navvidha Bhakti is the feeling of Sharanagati. Because there is no endurance in our practice of any of the process. There is no capacity, there is no purity in what we do. For example, like Parikshit Maharaj was hearing for how many days? 7 days without any break. Right? Or Shukdev Goswami was speaking. Prahlad Maharaj was remembering. So all of us might do all these things, but how much we have capacity to do it? How much purity is there in to do it? So for it to be accepted by Krishna or Lord Chaitanya as magnanimous, what is necessary is Sharanagat Bhav. The Tulsi of Sharanagat Bhav is necessary for all our attractive and expert Navvidha Bhakti to be accepted by the Supreme Lord. Just as in offerings we need Tulsi, right? Same way, the Sharanagati is a very essential. That's why he's saying Bhaktera Pran. Means what all his devotees, life and soul is surrender. So that's how this is very extremely important thing to be Lord Chaitanya came to teach us, which one needs to practice. Another principle which is very essential and it gradually can manifest if one is trying to do Sharanagati, which is often repeated by Lord Chaitanya, is what? Is the third verse of Shikshashtaka, which actually even to pronounce or practice is not very easy. But what is appreciated is the sincere endeavor to practice the third verse, because the third verse of Shikshashtakam, by which one can Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati writes that anyone who tries to sincerely follow this verse, he will not commit offenses. Because offense is the only impediment in experience of Krishna consciousness. So that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that all the devotees, please tie this verse in your neck in the thread of the holy name. Right? So what the holy name is doing, holy name is able to keep that verse near your heart, right? The thread means thread that which keeps it with you. So my spiritual master was saying that actually, unless we attentively and seriously chant the holy names, there is no question of getting strength to practice this verse. So that is the meaning of the thread of the holy name. So be it in kirtan, be it in japa. So it's a very essential aspect. Sankirtan. So when we are trying to be as attentive and sincere and serious as possible, to that degree we can get strength, spiritual strength to follow this principle of Trinadapi Sunuchim. Trying to be as humble as blade of grass, as tolerant as tree, ready to offer all respects to all others, expecting none in return. In this consciousness, one can constantly chant, constantly glorify the Lord. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. So actually, this is not the goal. Once my Guru Maharaj was asked by Shriman Radhesham Prabhu, he was saying that you are telling this verse since many, many years. In Shiksha Ashtakam, there are so many verses, till 8th verse is there. So why it appears to me that you are repeating this verse since so many years. Now also you can see in every class. So Maharaj told him that what to do. I am telling, but no one is following. I want to tell the last verse for which Lord Chaitanya is Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani's Mahabhav is last verse only. Ashlishyava Padaratam. Unconditional surrender. Padaratam Pinashtumam. But what to do? I am telling this again and again, but no one is following it. So that's the very, very shocking and very eye-opening response which was given. And the same thing was spoken by Param Pujya Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And his remembrance also is very special because he was also actually all the spiritual master in one sense. This is what you can say. No, what you can say. This is the hallmark of a Vaishnava. No? So he was telling a temple president in Delhi. Actually, his name is our. What is his name? Now he will be sannyasi in few days, a few months. From Punjabi Bak, very wonderful Vaishnava. So he was sharing after Maharaj left, he was telling his interaction with his Guru Maharaj. So he's a temple president and he had a lot of issues. Naturally there will be issues in Kali Yuga, a spiritual moment in material world. That too. So there will be challenges. So he was expressing to his Guru Maharaj that how I can do. So, and Maharaj told, just try to practice this third verse. So he heard it. Again, he told few more challenges. What can be done? Something practical I can do. Maharaj again said, you try to practice this third verse of Shikshastakam. Then, because he's quite intimate with his Guru Maharaj, he this time little bit strongly said, Maharaj, yes, I know. I also say these things in lectures also. But can you tell me something practical, something practical which I can do? Then Maharaj became very grave and he said in Hindi, this is like that. अगर आप ये श्लोक से नहीं जियोगे तो ये भौतिक जगत में सड़ोगे. So these strong words, I have never heard strong words coming from the most gentle mouth of Param Pujya Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. But these were very strong words. So the meaning is, if you don't try to follow this verse, you will rot in this material world. So since that day, he took it very seriously. So actually, this is a very essential cardinal principle of Lord Chaitanya. And if one wants to attain mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we have to understand and practice this principle. And as soon as there are differences, as soon as there are, age of Kali is all quarrel and hypocrisy. It's all there everywhere, in all relationships, within and without, within ashramas or families and without in community, and all these things are there because that's what it is. Means what? Kali Yuga means what? Yes, perfect. It's Rukmini Krishna Prabhu, Shriman Rukmini Krishna Prabhu. Thank you very much for reminding his name. Yes, he was only sharing this personal interaction. So, this thing, unless we try to understand and practice this principle, it's extremely difficult to get mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because that is the way. That's why he told in Advaitacharya's house, no, just chant the holy name and don't offend devotees, don't criticize devotees. These two things if you do, then there will be mercy. So this verse actually terrorizes the false ego, which is the root of all problems, root of all conflicts, root of all distress, root of all inconveniences for us and others. And this verse practice only can help us raise from falsehood. And the next verse of Shikshashtakam is, then we become truly not wanting anything of this world. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari, kavitam va jagadishakam. Mama janmani janmarishwari. I don't want dharma, artha, kama, moksha, mukti. I just want to serve you life after life. Pure ahetuki bhakti. So, if we want to really practice pure devotional service, this verse is before that. Trinadapi Sunicena. So, that is what is one of the cardinal principles of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who wants to bestow his mercy. So, this is the way we can try to apply this principle, understand and practice. So, then there is a chance that Lord Chaitanya will be more merciful. He is already merciful. Right now we are practicing with what kind of background we had, what kind of aspirations, at least I had, what ambitions I had, what kind of impurities I had, what kind of activities I have done before. Still we are here in ISKCON under Prabhupada's guidance, and Prabhupada's disciples have accepted us. It's already a great mercy we have received. However, to really get further mercy, this is must. This is what all the spiritual masters and Kaviraj Goswami is telling, to tie this verse. So this is another very important aspect of Lord Chaitanya's mercy to become receptive for us. So that's why actually, as I quoted the first verse, so this is the most difficult to apply in the sense because it directly terrorizes the false ego. Right? So the details will not discuss the details how it terrorizes, but it directly goes into the root of it. So that's why we have to try to practice this, and that is the essential mood of Sharanagati actually. Right? So to that degree, we will experience the hand of Krishna, the hand of Krishna in our life in different situations and in different difficulties. That's what Kirtaniya Sadahari is like, right? So remember us to the degree we try to practice. Right? So once I had asked one question to my Guru Maharaj that how I can respect, because there is a principle of Manadena. So in these four principles, the fourth is the most difficult. Pranadapi Sunichena is the most easy. In this most difficult thing, there is hierarchy, as told by Param Pujya Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj. So he said, this is Trinadapi Sunichena. Taroriva Sahishnuna is little difficult because one has to practice it like a tree. Right? Humble is you have to think, right? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that this song. If one wants to chant very, no, Sri Krishna Kirtane Yadi Manasa Tohar, Parama Yatene Tahalaha Adhikar. If you want to constantly chant or glorify Krishna, then you have to do great endeavor. Parama Jatene, then you will attain the Adhikar. So this verse is explained in this song actually. This third verse of Shikshashtakam is explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this song. I don't know if can you give that link, Prabhu, for this song? See, what I said? Shri Krishna Kirtane Yadi Manasa Tohar Parama Jatene Tahala Hai Adhikar. So there, the whole description is there. So there he explains, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that how the humility one has to think. One has to think that I am the insignificant. So it's on the level of thought. Of course, that thought level is not also easy, but it's level of done at the level of thought. That know. He says in the next verse, he says that. But tolerance is to be practiced like a tree. Yeah. This is Gita Vali. I'm just sharing. Yeah, so you can see. Yadi, if you want, if you desire, if you aspire for, if your great eagerness is there to do Shri Krishna Sankirtan, then need to do great endeavor to attain that qualification to do it. Right? Kirtaniya Sada Hari is told in a short. Then first, this is Trinadapi Sunichen. Trinadhika Hina Dina Akinchana Chhara Apane Manavi Sada Chhadi Ahanka. So as I told, you whenever false ego pops up, you try to give it up and try to think that Apane Manavi means think yourself. So it's practice on the level of thought and interest, internal practice. Apane Manavi means consider yourself. What? I am insignificant, like a grass. I am a poor, deen. Akinchana means I don't possess anything and I am insignificant. Char. So that's what. So you may think that these four words are what, but they are saying that I don't possess anything, Akinchan. I can't do anything. I am insignificant, right? Char. I can't do anything. I don't know anything. I'm a poor. That way he's telling these words. That is meaning of this. So this has to be practiced on the level of thought. But when it comes to tolerance, the next two verses are. So like the tree, one has to tolerate. Vriksha sama kshama gun. So you practice forgiveness. So sadhan means you have to practice. Someone insults you, someone criticizes you, someone neglects you, someone criticizes you in front of you or behind you or whatever. It basically gives you some trouble. But you try to forgive. But kshama good. Porive sadhan means practice it actually. It's not on the level of just thought. No? If he does, you don't express your dissatisfaction actually. So the forgiveness can be on different levels. So this is the highest level, that you don't do retaliation in thought, words, and actions. Not only that, you do something good for that person. Anya korovi palan. So this is the highest. No? Means forgive and forget. Not just forgive and forget, but forgive, forget, and favor that person and help that person. So this is level of tree. And next, this is also tolerance. Jivan nirvahe ane udvegana dive. Don't give any trouble to anyone for even your maintenance. and give all your endeavors for others' benefit, forgetting your own happiness. Like a tree, basically. This is all about tree one. Tree lives like. So this is what is forgiveness. So I was telling you that once I asked this question, that how to respect the people who have apparently hurt him. So there he was telling the same thing of forgiveness. That if everything is going nice in your life, then how you will learn forgiveness? If you don't learn forgiveness, a Brahmana is known by the quality of forgiveness. Bhagavatam says that. So if everything is going nice, then we can't learn how to forgive. So we have to become grateful to the person who is trying to help us practice this verse. That's what he was telling. So, and of course, many things he told. That all the characters, Shivas Thakur was criticized for what he didn't do. And Haridas Thakur was beaten up in marketplaces. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu covered his body and he was remembering and praying for them. So this is Lord Chaitanya in Mahaprakash Leela showing all these things, right? So like that he gave many examples and he said such things are not happening in your life, right? So you don't complain, you may clarify, but understand that this is coming for your benefit. This is not something else. Don't try to, what you can say, he said the words, quoting the tennis player Prabhupada's disciple, don't try to blame the instrument of your karma. Like that. So that also he said. So like that. So that's why I was sharing with you. So this is about the second part, tolerance. Then Amani means don't expect respect. After practicing this humility and tolerance, we will develop a lot of good qualities. Poile sarva guni guni mahashay. People will offer respect to you. But pratisthasha chadi karo amani result. Don't desire that respect. Practice, make your heart not expecting respect. And then this is the most difficult thing which I was telling. The fourth, that is offering respect to all. So all respecting is one thing, all respecting at all times, at all places, in all situations. That is what is this. Krishna adhishthana sarva jive jani sada karobi sanmana sabe adare sarva. So sada sarvada means all times and all places in all situations and all people, not that those who are nice with us. All those who are not so nice also. All of them. Why? Because Krishna is there in their heart. He is allowed them to do something. So that's what. And you just don't offer respect, offer loving respect. Other. When you develop these four qualities, Danya, Daya, Anyaman, Pratishtha, Varjan. So these are four qualities of that verse. Then you will do this constant keep. So Bhakti Vinod Prabhu is praying to Lord Chaitanya that please give me this adhikar. Bhakti Vinoda Kandi is crying. Bole Prabhu Pai. Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet is falling. Heno adhikar kabe dive. When you will award me this adhikar, my dear Lord Chaitanya. So this is one of the very wonderful prayers to Lord Chaitanya. This Lord Chaitanya, his cardinal principle is this verse, to attain his mercy. So coming to one principle on which the entire class was there today, which I heard, was another very important principle which is required for the previous principles to be applied. The Sharanagati, humility, is unity in diversity. Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. So Lord Chaitanya, Maharaj was saying that Lord Chaitanya appeared to establish this principle. Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. So very mysteriously he was saying that Lord Chaitanya first gave instructions to Rupa Goswami in Prayag. So what is there in Prayag? 3 rivers, 3 great purifying rivers meet at one place and become one. So unity in diversity, beginning. So there he instructed Rup Goswami and Rasa Shastra and empowered him to write the most brilliant book called Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Ujjwal Nimani, etc., which is the masterpiece of Rasa. And then the same Ganges goes ahead into Varanasi. There he instructed Sanatana Goswami about elaborately. He spoke so many things, different avatars of Lord, different in the material world, then different hierarchy of incarnations in spiritual world. So that is variety. There is inherent variety in the spiritual world, right? So Lord Chaitanya explained all that, how Krishna, there is expansions, there is Dwarka, Mathura, and so many other places, right? Vaikuntha, Chaturvyu. So no other scripture writes these principles which are revealed. However, same Lord Chaitanya, when he went to meet Venkat Bhatt, he was discussing with him that, my dear Venkat Bhatt, why Lakshmi ji is wanting to enter into Ras Leela of Krishna? Like that he is asking Venkat Bhatt. And Venkat Bhatt is saying, my dear Lord, Narayan and Krishna are same only. So there is no problem in her going to join Rasa dance. So he says, okay, I accept that. Then why she is not allowed to enter into the Rasa dance? So then he said, I can't answer this. It's all same only, Narayan. Then Lord Chaitanya tells the pastime of the gopis actually. In the Rasa dance, when all the gopis were eagerly, when Krishna appeared and he suddenly left, and then they were searching for him with great feelings of separation. And that time they sang Gopi Geet and all that. Of course, that is there in Bhagavatam. But this pastime was narrated that then Krishna showed form of Narayan to the gopis. They were all searching. Then when they saw Lord Narayan, they offered Dandavat Pranams, great respects to Lord Narayan. And Lord Narayan said, and is there anything I can benedict you? So they just asked them, where is Krishna? So he showed. Went. He is Krishna only. Krishna only took form of Narayan. And then Srimati Radharani comes. And when Srimati Radharani comes, Lord Krishna in form of 400 Narayana is unable to hold that form. So his two hands melt because of the intense love of separation of Srimati Radharani. And that form is the Shyam Sundar Krishna again. So he narrated that first time and established the speciality of Krishna over Narayan. And then Venkat Bhatt heard and he said, my dear Lord Chaitanya, you are none other than Krishna. You can only tell. And then Lord Chaitanya told, however, Narayana and Krishna are same only. There is no difference. So actually, what he is doing is, he is not compromising on the truths. At the same time, he is accepting all different levels of realization. So you see this common thread. So he was telling how accepting unity and diversity is extremely important. So Lord Chaitanya is showing here diversity of different forms of love. So he didn't go there to establish, or convert Venkat Bhatt to Gaudiya Vaishnava. No. However, if anyone gets attracted, like his brother, Prabodhanand Saraswati, he became a great acharya in our sampradaya. And he has written great amount of poetry glorifying Srimati Radharani and Vrindavan, Mahimamrit. So that is Lord Chaitanya. So same Lord Chaitanya went to Varanasi, right? So Varanasi is the place where he taught Sanatana Goswami for 2 months. So there also he transformed the hearts of Prakashanand Saraswati's followers. But how did he do that? Actually, that is the place where hardly these two devotees were there practically, Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhar Acharya. And they were quite difficult for them to exist there because all around Mayavadis are there. And of course, there is one more devotee who is instrumental in bestowing mercy to all sannyasis, that is that Maharashtrian Brahmin, who is actually very eager for Mahaprabhu's, and he is not able to tolerate the criticism which is done by Prakashanand Saraswati. So, of course, the whole pastime cut short is that he is present there. So, how does he present the unity in diversity? Is he is respecting even Mayavadis who are actually directly targeting his form to be imaginary or false. Can you imagine that someone, you go to talk to some person and he doesn't accept your existence? It's as dangerous as that, as painful as that, that he doesn't accept you exist. But Mahaprabhu, by mercy and by compassion or by eager desire of this Maharashtrian Brahmin. So other day Prabhupada's Japa talk, it was read that Mahaprabhu came there and he was saying that I have brought so many fruits of love of Godhead to distribute here. With lot of weight I have brought, but in Varanasi I am not getting any customer here. So I can't carry this weight again. So Prabhupada was saying that he was looking for little cost. So through this Brahmana, he received that, and through him these all received. So this is Mahavadanyaya. He said, now I have brought it here. I am not going to take away. Now if anyone shows little bit of, he is ready to pay little faith. So this was this Brahmin who invited Mahaprabhu to come to dine with all the Mayavadi sannyasis. And there Mahaprabhu is greatly compassionate on them. Why Mahaprabhu took sannyas actually? Mahaprabhu took sannyas for the purpose of delivering the categories of people whom he was not able to transform when he was having the Navdip Chandra form, right? The Mayavadis and the Adhama Paduyas and all. So when they will offer respect, so he took that, and now he's going there with great compassion, and he sits in the foot wash place. And there, because they are attracted to the effulgence, so he shows his effulgence. So this is his compassion actually. So he is appreciating that they are attracted to some part of me at least. So I will show that to them. And he shows them, then they all come to serve. They tell, why you are sitting here? You are young sannyasi, please sit with us. He says, no, I am not as, I am just chanting and dancing. I am not as, knowledgeable as you in Vedanta. Then personally Prakashanand Saraswati comes and takes his hand. Please come with us and sit with us. And then Mahaprabhu obliges. And he has opened their heart by attracting them and allowing them to serve him. Then they ask him, hey, then why you are not reading Vedanta? Why you are not, why you are sentimentally chanting and dancing? And then Mahaprabhu speaks to them. That Guru Mori Murkha Dekhi Karila Shasanema. My Guru told I am a fool. So you don't have adhikar to do Vedanta. So you just chant and dance. That's it. So by this compassion, by this concern for them, he opened their hearts. And then he spoke uncompromisingly the true philosophy. And then they become transformed into devotees. So this is another example of Lord Chaitanya where he is showing his compassion. So unity in diversity is the principle of spiritual life. So it's almost 6:51. I think it should end in few minutes. So this is a principle of spiritual world where Srimati Radharani, Lord Chaitanya is none other than Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarup. So Radharani's bhav is there. So he was saying that Radharani expands herself into her competitor to expand the pleasure of Krishna. That is Chandravali. Right? So the diversity gives more pleasure to me, even in spiritual world. So that is here also. So when we are dealing with diversity, we have to learn to understand the originality of diversity. Then respect the diversity. Accept first that yes, that is also right. There can be multiple rights which are there according to the level of person. So accept it and then gradually start respecting it and then appreciating it and celebrating it. That's how Srila Prabhupada actually showed. So this unity and diversity is a very important principle on which the entire talk was. And I humbly request all of you, if possible, please hear that talk if you wish to. It's a very eye-opening talk, which he tells that by Lord Chaitanya's grace, we can understand how we can completely disagree with someone but still have respect and proper dealings with him. Because he is also engaged in serving Lord Chaitanya. I am also engaged. So that way he was telling the deer and the what? Deer and the tiger, they embraced each other. So how they forgot all their animosity, how they forgot, because they desired to please Lord Chaitanya. So that is our hope, that we try to please Lord Chaitanya by our way, and anyone else who is trying to do that, even if there is a difference in the temperament, difference in the and like previous dealings, right? Like tiger and deer. So the deer thinks that this tiger has been the killer of my father and grandfather and everyone else, right? The tiger, for tiger, deer is like the best sweet you like. It's like that he was saying. You imagine the best sweet which you like is there in front of you. So for tiger, deer is like that. But tiger forgot that kind of feeling and then he embraced, and the deer was thinking. So this unity in diversity is extremely important in our association of devotees. So we have to try to appreciate, try to understand, and try to apply this principle deeply so that we can attain Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So he was telling that this is my humble request to all devotees, that remain united on the higher principle that will please Guru and Srila Prabhupada. That is this principle. Try to please Krishna, Guru, and Vaishnavas, and then the devotees will not divide us, but they will unite us like that. So he was humbly saying that it's my humble request to all of you, like that today. So that is a very essential principle for us to actually understand and accept and appreciate what we have been given, the association of devotees. So we have to learn to enter into the this is one of the great devotees said, to enter the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy and practice and experience, one has to do three things. That is the conclusion of today's class. One has to accept and appreciate Vaishnavas. One has to serve and satisfy Vaishnavas. And one has to learn from every Vaishnava and make them our gurus. So that is what Lord Chaitanya taught through the pastime of Vallabh Bhatt. So that way we can try to practice these principles. So these are few thoughts which came to my mind and I tried to share. I don't know, I could not share in pastime, but already time is over. So thank you all very much for patiently hearing. श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु आविर्भाव महामहोत्सव की जय, गौर पूर्णिमा महामहोत्सव की जय, श्रील
जय
प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे
जय
कृष्ण।
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this very transforming class, and you took us very deep. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this class on this auspicious day of Gaur Purnima. We are really indebted. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We request Pitambara Prabhu, you can please ask your question.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Samarpan Gopa Das Prabhu. My obeisances to you. Happy Gaur Purnima to you and everyone. So Prabhu, I've got three questions when I was listening to what you said. These are quick questions, so it won't take too much time. The very first question is, Prabhu, we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Prema Pradayate, that's the prime purpose why, to distribute love of God freely without caste, creed, gender, sex, etc. But then there is, I do read somewhere, maybe Chaitanya Charitamrita, that there are two reasons, especially. One is the external reason, and second one is internal reason. So if you can expand on that, external and internal reasons, that would be great. That's for question one. Question two.
That is a very big thing, Prabhu. But we can go to the next one immediately. Let us
Sure.
see. Second one.
The second one is, I was to ask you the reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, despite that his mother Sachimata was so morose. But then you did
I
answer
did mention.
partly,
Yes.
but I was not so clear, and I was thinking that maybe the devotees at that time were not believing someone who is not having saffron. So that is the second question. Quickly, if you can expand. And the third is, I know
For
Prabhu.
this, there is a very quick reference for this. I would like to locate the verse, because there were, see, proper Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to inundate this to everyone, but there are some categories of people who are not accepting what he is giving. So for their sake, he took sannyas, so that they will also. So in that, number one is this Mayavadis or Advaitavadis. Second is the students, Adhama Paduya. I'll just locate the verse if I can quickly. Till then, you can express the third one.
Yeah, the third one is, Prabhu, we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed his Aishwarya Swarupa, right, to many devotees on different occasions. So if you can shed some light on what are those Swarupas, manifestations, and to whom he displayed that will be great, Prabhu. That's very sweet. Thank you, Prabhu. My danvats to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Aishwarya, you mean to say like he showed Vishwarup Darshan to Advaitacharya and
Yeah, like
Nityanand Prabhu? Or
different
he
Narsimha,
showed Varahadev,
different.
Varahadev
Yes,
to
yes,
one
yes,
devotee,
yes,
and so on.
yes, yes.
So
Please.
I am so ignorant, Prabhu. I don't remember so much. If some devotees can help, or you can also help. So this immediately came to my mind that Varahadev was shown to Murari Gupta, I think, in his house. So once he was doing puja.
Lord Ram, Murari Gupta.
Varahadev to whom?
devotee-
That
Yeah,
Murari
because Murari Gupta is nothing but
is
Hanumanji's.
Hanuman.
So
Is
therefore,
Hanuman.
probably Ramchandra. Yeah.
See, Ramchandra was shown in the Mahaprakash Leela. That is sure. Hmm. But let us confirm. So, why I am saying this? Because recently, the last Sunday, I had gone to hear from my Guru Maharaj, and he shared this. So, I just confirm. It's a very beautiful pastime. So, here it is. Yes. So, it is Murari Gupta only. So once Murari Gupta was doing worship in his house, I'm just opening my notes. So he said we will go to house of Murari Gupta now, like that you will see. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in form of Varahadev dancing in courtyard with small water pot he had. He took that water pot as like earth, and he showed that form to Murari Gupta. So like that he had shown many forms actually. Advaita Acharya was shown Vishwarup Darshan, and that time Nityanand Prabhu comes to house, Advaita Acharya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Vishwarup goes and opens the door. So Lord Nityananda also gets the darshan of Vishwarup. Hmm? And then Aishwarya. So of course Narsim Dev is I am he, you know. So that form is there. He used to took form of Lord Shiva also. Sometimes he is going out and he sees some Lord Shiva's devotee. So he will take form of Sadashiv. And these are few remembrances. Anyone else wants to help or remember any other form? The greatest Aishwarya, the opulence of
Sarubhama Bhattacharya.
that is Shadbhuj Gauranga form.
Satpuch.
Yeah, Shadbhuj Gauranga form. Yes, so that is Aishwarya. And today there was one more wonderful Leela which was narrated of that pilgrim Brahmana who came, right? And the offering is spoiled again and again. So it was very beautifully narrated. Since you asked about form, so that was very specific form. You know how many hands were there for him? So eight-handed form. You know, eight-handed form. So it was said that four hands are Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, and two hands are eating butter, and one hand is a pot, and other is flute. So very interesting eight-handed form was shown. And so that is another thing, Aishwarya, the opulence of Lord Chaitanya, the Aishwarya aspect. Yeah, anything you want to add or anyone else wants to add about?
No, Prabhu, this is very, very sweet to listen because on different occasions to different devotees according to their desires, because he is Antaryami, he knows, and then he displays, and this is very sweet. But yeah, very nice of you, Prabhu,
Yeah.
for that one.
One greatest opulence, I can say, actually, it's not like opulence, but actually, he forgave the offenses in Aparad Bhunjan Sthal, where he went after taking sannyas in Koladvip. So there he forgot, he forgave people. So actually, this is something very great, that Lord generally doesn't forget offenses committed. But Lord Chaitanya is extremely magnanimous. So like Gopal Chappal, Gopal Chakravarti, and these devotees had done very, very serious offenses. But Lord Chaitanya told them, because they surrendered there and they asked, so he forgave them. So this is a very special opulence actually of forgiving the people. It's a very unique opulence which is depicted here.
And the
by Lord
greatest
Chaitanya.
example, Prabhu, is that Jagai Madai pastime,
Jagai.
when Nityananda Prabhu was holding the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, this is not the avatar. We need to give compassion, we not yada yada dharmasya is gone, not this one, please. Such a wonderful, that's very sweet, Prabhu.
And how many we can kill, if we want to kill. So yes, so that is that thing. So yes. I think this is the verse. Let me. So see, Mayavadi Karmanishta Putar ka Digan Nindaka Pashandiyata Paduya Adham Se Sabam Mahadashka Dhaya Palaila Sevanyata Sabare Chunite Narila. The impersonalist, footy worker, false logician, blasphemers, non-devotees, and lower among the student community are very expert in avoiding Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, inundation of Krishna consciousness cannot touch them. So, don't know. ताहा देखी महाप्रभु करे ना चिंतन जगत डुबाते आमी करिलु यतन. So he saw all of these fellows who are not taking. Already he has inundated, so much has happened. But these people are bereft of it. So I have come to inundate the entire world and I am doing endeavor. Keha keha edaila pratidnya haila bhang. Te sab dubaite parita kichu rang. So seeing the Mayavadis and others were fleeing, Lord Chaitanya thought, I wanted everyone to be immersed in this inundation of love of Godhead. But some of them have escaped. Therefore, I shall devise a trick to drown them also. And that trick is what? Etabali mane kichu kariya vichar sannyasa ashrama prabhu kaila angikar. Thus the Lord accepted the sannyas order of life after full consideration. So this is one quick thing, Prabhu. And the first one is very big, Prabhu. The third three, these reasons and this, but the other three reasons, I can say there is one shloka which tells that. So that is Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrusho Vanayaiva. So what is the glory of Srimati Radharani's love? Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrusha. I want to know the greatness and the excellence of the love of Srimati Radharani. Because she seems to experience happiness 1,000 times more than me. So what is nature of her love? That is number one. This is internal number one reason. So the Sarvagya Lord Krishna, he doesn't know this. Right? He's all knowing, but he is not knowing this. What is the extent of love of Shrimati? Shri Radhaya Pranamaya Mahima Kidrusho Vanayaiva Swadhyo Yena Adbhuta Madhurima Kidrusho Vamadeyaha. What is in it is there in my form or me which gives her so much happiness? That is the second thing he want to know. See, the sugar or any good Vyanjan doesn't know how nice it is. Everyone else enjoys it, right? The object or the person doesn't know how others are. So Krishna himself doesn't know his glorious, his attractiveness. So that is the second line. Sri Radha Pranamahima Kidrusho Vanaiva Swadhyo Yena Adbhuta Madhurima. What is Adbhuta Madhurima in me, which she experiences? So what is it in me? So that is the second thing which he wants to know. And third thing is Saukhyam Chasya Mad Anabhavataha Kidrusham Vetti Lobhat. So I am very greedy to know these three things. So first two things I told, the glory and excellence of Radharani's love, and what is excellent sweetness in me which she relishes. And the third thing is Saukhyam Chasya Mad Anubhavataha. What is the happiness she experiences by serving me? So Saukhyam, the experience of happiness. Chasya Mad Anubhavataha, by experiencing me. Kidrusham Vetti Lobhat. I am very greedy to know these three things. Radha Bhavas, no, what is that? Garbha Sindhu Harindu, like that it is. Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrusho Vanayaiva Swadhyo Yena Adbhuta Madhurima Kidrusho Vamadiya Saukhyam Chasya Madanubhavataha Kidrusham Vettulobha Tadbhavadhya Samajani Sachi Garbha Sindhu Harindu. So with these three greeds of not wanting to know, Lord Chaitanya appeared in the ocean of Sachi's womb as the moon of Lord Chaitanya. Garbha Sindhu Hari Indu. So these are the three confidential reasons, Prabhu. And there are three external reasons, which is one is Yuga Avatar, one is Yuga Avatar is one, and Advaita Acharya praying is another one. And what is the third one? Anyone wants to say?
Krishna Prema Pradayate, probably. To
Uh,
distribute the love of God, no?
that, I'm sorry, Prabhu. So,
No, even I'm not
yes.
sure, Prabhu.
Anyone else here? There are so many August Assembly of Vaishnavas. Anyone? Please don't hesitate. Please share. Okay. So this one is remaining.
Spread,
Prabhu. So,
To give Sankirtan
to
Yajna,
spread love of Krishna, Sang.
Krishna.
to spread Sankirtan.
Yes. And Advaita Acharya's prayers.
Advaita Acharya's prayer, Yuga Dharma. What is the third one?
to deliver all fallen souls.
Fallen soul.
Dharma Samstha. Maybe that. Maybe we have to see. Yes. So yes. So that is some brief, Prabhu. Okay. There was one more hand up, but I think we are too late.
Thank you.
for
Thank you so much,
Mataji.
Prabhu. My danwats to you for the wonderful
Krishna.
answers. Hari Bol, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. There was one more hand up, but I think Mataji left.
Okay.
So we'll pause here.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Once again, we thank you for this wonderful session and we look forward for your association in the future also. Let us pay obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha
Yo Vishnu Namo Namah.
Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let's praise
Jai.
Samarpan Gopa Das Prabhu ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Prabhuji,
Radhe
koti
Radhe.
koti pranam.
Gauranga.
Gauranga.
Amat
Gauranga.
Gauranga.